Here match list 1 with 2. List 1 is showing diaphragm, contraceptive pills, intrauterine devices, lactation, amenorrhea. These are the options we have to match with the opposite options. Diaphragm is a barrier, physical barrier, so we have to look for the right option. Diaphragm means they cover the cervical blocking, cervix blocking the entry of the sperm. So contraceptive devices which are used for especially for the inhibition of ovulation and implantation. So here in the contraceptive pills we should go with the answer 1. In intrauterine devices, those are the devices which are put inside the uterus and they help in increasing the phagocytosis of the sperm within the uterus. Whereas lactation amenorrhea is amenorrhea in which the mother is lactating to the fetus, to the baby, not fetus, to the baby. So as this way, if we see the matching, the third option here I can see, the C is showing the third match, but the right or match we have seen the third is with the second option. So as per this, B is the right answer, second is the right option. So let's move to the next question. In this question, which of the following are not the effects of parathyroid hormone? It is asked, which is not the effect of parathyroid hormone. We know the parathyroid hormone, it helps in increasing the calcium level in the blood. So that way we have to look into the options. Option 1 stimulates the process of bone reabsorption. This is right. It does this function. Decreased calcium level in the blood. No, this is wrong. As per the option, this is right, but this is the function of parathyroid, this is not. Then, reabsorption of calcium by the renal tubules is right. It does this function. Decreases the absorption of calcium digested food, this is wrong. It is not the function of parathyroid. Increases metabolism of carbohydrate, this is also not a function of parathyroid hormone. So that way we have the answer B, D and E. So B, D and E are given in option number 2. So this is the right option. Moving to the next question, 193. Select the incorrect statement with respect to the acquired immunity. We know the immunity is of two types. One is innate and one is acquired. Innate immunity which we get from the parents, whereas acquired which we get after the birth after getting the diseases. So here in the first option it is written primary response is produced when our body encounters a pathogen for the first time. This is right. An anamnestic response is elicited on subsequent encounter with the same pathogen. What is the meaning of this response? Means when the pathogen is repeatedly affecting us, that is an anamnestic response. Anamnestic response is due to the memory of the first encounter. Once the encounter of the pathogen done for the first time, immediately the antibodies they start recognizing the antigen. So this way this is also right. Acquired immunity is not specific type of defense present at the time of birth. This is wrong. Because the acquired immunity is always specific with a specific antigen pathogen. So in 193, 4 is the right option. In 194, 10 E. coli cells with N50 double stranded DNA are incubated in medium containing 14 nitrogen nucleotides. After 60 minutes, how many E. coli cells will have DNA totally free from 15 N? In this case, simple calculation is required. E. coli divides after every 20 minutes. So when it is asked after 60 minutes, then the 60 cell will be formed directly. So in 194, 3 is the right option. In this question, in 195, if a colorblind female marries a man whose mother was also colorblind, what are the chances of her progeny having colorblind? When the mother is colorblind, it means the mother this is autosomal dominant disease, colorblindness. When the mother is diseased, and now the man is not mentioned as diseased or not, but the mother of that man is diseased, it means that disease has been inculcated in the man also. So that way man is also affected. So XX, when the mother is affected, then all the boys will be affected and all the girls will be carrier when the mother is affected. But now here father is also affected. Then all the boys will be affected. That way the 100% result will be C in case of color blindness. So here the fourth is the right option in 195 question. Now in this question 196, which of the following is not a desirable feature of a cloning vector? If you see the cloning vector, The origin of replication is needed. ORI is needed. The marker gene is also needed. Option 1 and 2 is right. Presence of single restriction site is also needed. What is not required? 2 or more recognition sites are not required. So here 196.4 is a wrong option. As per the question, it is right actually. In question number 197, match a list 1 with 2. Bronchioles, goblet cell, tendons, adipose tissues. We have to tell that what kind of tissues are present in these structures. Bronchioles, they are having ciliated epithelium because they have the mucus. With the help of mucus and the ciliated epithelium, we throw the cough out, we throw the foreign particles out. Goblet cells are the cells which are glandular cell. Why? Because they secrete mucus. Tendons are dense regular connective tissue. And adipose tissues are loose connective tissue which helps in the insulation and the packing and all. So in 197, 1 is the right option. Moving to the next question. In question number 198, which of the following statement is correct? Again we have to look for the correct option. The atrioventricular node generates an action potential to stimulate atrial contraction. The AV node stimulates, no SA node stimulates. So here this is wrong. Tricuspid wall and bicuspid walls open due to the pressure exerted by the simultaneous contraction of the atria. This is also wrong. That is the conduction impulse coming from the SA node to AV node, bundle of his and Golgi fiber. That is a pathway. So this is wrong. Blood moves freely from atrium to ventricle during joint diastole. This is right. Now the increased ventricular pressure causes closing of the semilunar wall is wrong. The dilatation will help in the closing of the walls. So here in 198, 3 is the right option. Now the next question. Select the incorrect statements regarding synapses. Synapses are formed where the neurons are meeting. There are two kinds of neurons we know. The electric synapses are formed, whereas chemical synapses are also formed. So, with the help of certain chemicals, neurotransmitters, when the chemicals work, those are called as chemical synapses. When the electric impulse is direct, the neuron is meeting with another neuron is called as electric synapse. So here, in the option, we have to find out for the incorrect option. Electric impulse is always faster than the chemical synapses. So, the membrane of presynaptic and postsynaptic neurons are in close proximity in an electric synapse. This is right. Electric current can flow directly from one neuron into the another across the electric synapse. This is also right because they don't have any intermediate fluid or chemical. Chemical synapses use neurotransmitters. Just now I said there are neurotransmitters which are used for chemical synapses. Impulse transmitted across a chemical synapse is always faster than that across an electric impulse. This is wrong. Why? Because the impulse which is traveling through the electrical should be little fast. In 199, so in 199, 4 is the right option because we are looking for the incorrect option. In next question, which of the following statement is not true? We have to find out which is wrong. Analogous structures are a result of convergent evolution. We know when the parents are same, the parent is same, and many diversities we see, these are called as homologous and divergent, whereas parents are different and we are meeting at one point with the same physical characteristics or the physiology, that is called as convergent. So analogous structures are always convergent. Sweet potato, this is correct actually. We are looking for not true. Sweet potato and potato is an example of analogy. One is stem modification, one is root modification. Homology indicates common ancestry. Yes, this is right, just now I explained. Flippers of penguin and dolphins are a pair of homologous organs. This is wrong because these are analogous organs. So this way, the not true statement we have found in question number 200, the right answer is 4. So this way we have completed the 200 question analysis. I congratulate you to all for the best results. Good luck to all. Waiting for the official list from the NTA. Thank you so much.